Dude, imagine the whole. Wait, just imagine that you're Berkshire Hathaway. You start buying United Healthcare, let's say in January, right? And then you see what happens a few months later with the guy getting shot, and then the stock craters. And what are you thinking? Like, because
how cool is it that Warren Buffett has an Elliott Wave guy?
You're still buying the stock. It's getting cheaper, but like, also it's like,
how many Elliott Wave guys do you think Warren Buffett has working for him?
I'm surprised. I'm a little bit surprised by the action in the stock, at least. Like, that's a strong reaction from you. So UNH is rallying today on what Spencer is explaining. This news that came out yesterday.
Crazy.
It's August 15th. So this is right around that time, every 3 months, where we get all of our new 13Fs.
Well, but also this was like a every so often Berkshire gets permission from the SEC to like not disclose right away, and they give themselves, if they're going to buy over the course of multiple quarters, and this is like a secret position. So they were buying this.
Did Berkshire Hathaway buy Elliott Wave International? You think?
What? I don't even know what that is. Oh, is that the company?
Most people don't. That's kind of the problem with that establishment.
I see now. I get it.
There's probably like 5 people counting waves. You know, I'm one of them. Clearly, Uncle Warren's got a couple. Shout out to Uncle Warren. I just want to say Charlie Munger, one of the great closet technicians of our generation, would be very proud right here, right now.
All right. I don't really know what you're referring to with the waves and the. So let's talk about it. Let's start the show. Enough with the court open.
Yeah, let's do that.
And we'll figure it out.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah.
All right, it's Friday on the morning show. Welcome, everybody. Crypto Friday on the morning show, as we do pretty much every Friday here. Spencer Israel, JC Parets, Dave Strazza, Alfonso De Pablos working the charts for us behind the scenes. We always appreciate that, Fonz. So like I said, Crypto Friday, we'll probably talk about this UNH thing a little bit more. Berkshire bought some other stuff they revealed last night. Maybe we'll talk about that. I'm sure the guys might agree with some of the moves they're making over there. We'll see. We'll see what charts Louis has for us. We'll see what charts Kenny is watching for us. He's probably watching UNH, if I had to guess. We'll find out. That's the show, pretty much. What up, chat? Do you see, when I say what up, chat, I'm literally talking to a chat. But when I know the kids say chat nowadays, that's like a thing that's like part of the teen vernacular, is like they say chat. But I'm actually referring to the chat. So what up, guys? All right, let's start the show up. Bring the guys out. Here we go.
Spencer doesn't like that I say that Warren Buffett's got Elliott Wave guys working for him.
I don't not like it.
Spencer Israel is the kind of person that goes to the Berkshire Hathaway annual conference for shareholders, right? He's
I'll probably never go again. That was like a once in a lifetime deal for me.
But you
did that, Spencer.
Yeah. Spencer doesn't like it when I say that Charlie Munger is a closet technician.
I don't have any opinion about that.
I don't think you like it, Spencer. I don't think you like when I say that.
No, I have no takes.
I like when you say it, but it's probably not true.
You're so full of shit. First of all, they all derive. Those guys come from Ben Graham, the intelligent investor.
A technician.
Also a technician. There's a whole chapter about technical analysis.
So, I guess it depends.
I think it's chapter 4. Have any of you guys even read The Intelligent Investor?
I'm not smart enough for that book. No way, Jose.
There's a sentence about a chart.
It's either chapter 4 or chapter 7. It's one of those two.
There's no way I'll be able to get through that book. Sorry, not even going to try. I've read excerpts. That's enough for me.
What?
Right, JC?
What?
There's a 1-page chapter about a chart somewhere buried in this
That was a
book.
whole chapter, bro.
So
it's like chapter 4, chapter 7. It's not buried. It's front and center. I don't know why.
All fundamental analysts are now chartists.
Dude, they teach technical analysis in the CFA curriculum. They have for many years, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
clearly you have not taken any of those exams. Otherwise, you would know that.
I have. I passed the first CFA exam.
Did you?
Wise guy. Yeah.
Did you?
15 years ago. Yeah.
Dude, that exam's really hard.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine bringing myself to study for that.
There's just a
It's hard.
there's a vaster body of content in the CFA. Like you're doing like 5 times the studying.
I feel like you're just better off hiring a CFA. That's what I did.
I was going to get my
CFA. Great for me, by the way.
I was going to get my CFA, and then I was like, what could I learn that could possibly make me better than like the analysis than the billionaire hedge funds out there who are smarter than me and have more computer power than me and can do better. Like there's nothing I could learn that would make me better at picking stocks than those guys, right? So I was like, there's no point. I'm not gonna do that. You know
when I was studying for it, I was buddies with a bunch of guys who were just a couple years older than me, who had it, and even they would tell me like you probably don't need it. Like the CFA was something that you would get to get your foot in the door at a hedge fund,
right?
And they would tell me you're already here, just work hard. Like it's not going to matter.
The old saying is that the CFA helps you get the job, the CMT helps you keep the job.
That's right. That's a good one too.
Yeah, I didn't make all that up. That's just the old school. That's been around for decades.
Yeah.
We got a lot to talk about here. We may or may not be in a position by the end of the week, Steve Strazza, you're going to love this, where I could potentially sell half my position in UNH and now have a free ride in United Healthcare until December of 2027.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We did
like
that.
It's my trade, and I'm thrilled about that. And I want to give shout out to Sean, who helped me construct that trade, of course. But like that's real life. Imagine like that's real life. A free ride in UNH for almost 2.5 years. No risk, nothing but upside. Not bad. Not bad.
Sean has had the hot hand lately, I know, because I think he dabbled with me. I know he did in these UEC leaps. I don't know. A month ago, we wrote a note about it.
Nice. Are you putting leaps on in the breakout multiplier or no?
No.
Kind of just like an added, be like, hey, I don't do that for the Divergence subscribers, but the opportunity is there. So it's kind of like a special edition.
Honestly, I don't know. Like, will I mention him on the call? Yeah, but like, are we publishing? I'm trying to stay true to the breakout multiplier process, which honestly is just not leaps.
Throw him a bone sometimes. Nothing wrong with that. Throw him a bone every now and then. Shall we? We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Shout out to also, as Wavy mentioned, to Bartolone, who called the UNH thing. He didn't say Berkshire Hathaway is going to buy UNH, but he's been all over the chart. So shout out to
Bart.
Wavy might be the top stock market TV viewer, period.
Wow, Wavy over Rachel.
Period.
Wow.
If you had an award for each year, right? Rachel already won it. It's got Wavy. It's got
2025 is the year of the Wavy. All right.
It's the year of the wave. Yep. The year of the Elliott wave. Full circle.
Now, here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got the Dow being driven by a one United Health up to Dow this morning. That is, it's up about over 0.5% this morning for the Dow. S&P's up a smidge, pushing 6,500. NASDAQ flat, just around 23,900. You got 30-year bond futures also flat, just below 115. Crude oil down 0.75% at 63.5. Copper flat, 450. Gold flat, 33.90. Silver pretty flat, just under 38. With the VIX back into the 14s at 14.5 for the old volatility index. Over in funny money land, happy Crypto Friday, everybody. Bitcoin just below 119,000, up a little bit this morning. Ethereum up almost 2% this morning, 46.36. Over in Solana land, Solana up a little bit under 1% here, 194 with the total crypto market cap. Mr. Spencer Israel, 3.98 trillion. 3.98 trillion. Solana relative to ETH rolling over once again.
There's not much except for what's been going on.
That's a good way of putting it.
So as far as this morning's futures, other than UNH ripping in everybody's face, other than that,
it's a continuation of that price action that we've seen coming off of the FOMC. Do we have that performance chart?
Throw up that performance chart. So what date does this go back to?
It should be last Wednesday.
And this is FOMC. So this is the inflation people? No. These are the rates people?
I'm not going to do this with you today. Okay.
It's last FOMCs. Okay. So this is what's that, August 6th?
These are the open market committees.
Guys, it's about a week and a half, for crying out loud. About a week and a half of action here. And the 3 Bs are killing everything. What does it mean? Stocks that are most sensitive to interest rates and movement in interest rates and the direction of interest rates are doing the most out here. They're doing the heavy lifting. And that's exactly what you want to see. They are telling us the Fed is going to move rates lower at the next meeting. We had a surge in expectations for a cut at the September meeting after the FOMC last week. It's come in a good deal since yesterday morning, right, JC? The PPI. But really just resilient rallies continuing, in my opinion. So that's really it. It's just more of this price action from the last week and a half. These
can we get to the UNH? Not to talk my own book, but yeah. I don't know who else's book to talk about. But even if we hadn't put that trade on last week, it's still like really interesting. I mean, this was the largest component of the Dow Jones Industrial Average last year, and it has since then fallen out of the top 10, and it has lost $350 billion in market capitalization, and approximately 61.8% of the entire rally off the crash of 1987 lows. So if you want to throw that up, shout out to Uncle Warren and company over there buying a whole bunch of UNH. Bill asking, what was a strike on that call? Had the still do have the December 2027 calls, 350 strikes. 350 strikes are the ones I'm in. BC, can you do your magic on that end-phase chart? It's not magic, and I'm not one to count waves, right? Like Strazza will be the first to tell you how many times in our relationship over the years have I mentioned the words Elliott waves without joking about it. Less than you don't even need a whole hand. But this was one of them.
I like how you did this because you got free exposure, and that's the best way to do it. Bill actually
explain, how did I get free exposure?
By selling the half. You're selling the double?
Well, if it doubles, I don't think it's doubled yet.
But I thought you said doubled already.
We're off to a good start.
I thought you said doubled already.
No,
sorry.
I mean, options market hasn't opened yet, but I don't think it's going to be up down. But these are leaps, so
it shouldn't double. I was going to say, if you went out that far, I don't know how you doubled already.
No, I don't think I did, but we're on our way.
What I think is most funny about UNH is that Warren Buffett took a decent stake. We're talking billions in UNH last night. However, when I go to some of these financial websites, it's still Michael Burry's stupid face from 20 years ago on the cover or the front page about how he's buying UNH. How is this still a story 20 years later?
And why does he have
still talking about?
How can you explain why his face is stupid?
I've never cared less about someone's 13F filing than Michael Burry's. I've never, literally, there hasn't been a single 13F filing, I think, each quarter that I care less about than Michael Burry's. I don't know why they really got people on this one. I guess it was the movie, the Selena Gomez. I don't know exactly what did it to people, but the fact that we're still talking about this guy 20 years after we never really should have talked about him in the first place, it's amazing.
How many movies have they written about you, Steve?
That's not the point. I don't.
Okay.
And
that movie just ruined the generation of investors because they want to be the next Steve Carell or whatever. right?
That's exactly what it was.
He was Steve Carell in the movie.
No, he was Christian Bale, and
he was Christian Bale. That's right.
And his character was the most like alluring of the group. He was like, oh, I want to be like him, the guy that everyone thinks is crazy. He doesn't wear shoes. Everyone thinks he's nuts, but actually he's smart.
God. Yeah. So Michael Burry's
I've been there. I was that guy. I had
not wearing shoes at the office. That was you?
No, I kept my shoes on.
I don't wear shoes at my office. You see my feet right now.
Nobody wants to see your feet. So I had some success in 2008, and so that felt good being in my mid-20s and all these people who are older than me and had more experience telling me how great I was. Like, that's a great feeling. And so in future years, like 2010 and 2013 in particular, I remember fighting trends, because I was going to call the next big one, and I remember that feeling.
Yeah.
And then it finally hit me in 2013. What a stupid thought process that is, to want to get praise from your colleagues for making like the next big call and just looking like an idiot all the time and losing money. That's stupid. Don't do things for other people's praise. Don't worry about what other people think about you. Do what's best to make money for yourself. Don't worry about what other people think. And that was hard for me, and that's natural, human. Fortunately, I learned that lesson while still in my 20s, and here we are, and now we can laugh about it. But you got to go through that.
I love this because I think there's something there, and work's been done on this, on like the era of analysts. I think the financial crisis messed you guys up. There were a lot of financial crisis babies, right? Like guys who started in our industry coming out the depths of the financial crisis, they have a higher degree, all things equal, risk management, right, and risk aversity. I really believe that.
I mean, there's something there. I mean, I think I'm honest with, with you on all the things that I'm thinking and all the things that I've gone through. I'm telling you right now, those are real experiences. Me fighting trends. Every higher high was the head of a Head and Shoulders top. Every higher high where momentum was not confirming yet was a divergence that was going to send everything tumbling down. Like I was that guy. I swear I was that guy, and it wasn't fun. It was very sad and depressing. So when I see people, particularly people that are not dumb kids in their 20s like I was, but they're actually like older and like have more assets, or they're just broke or whatever, and I know for a fact just how miserable those people are. Like, that is a terrible way to go through life. These people wake up every single day, saying, oh, the market is broken. Why is the market broken? Because you fucking suck at this? No, it's not the market that's broken. It's that you're just not good at this. Go do something else. But learning, having to you haven't learned that lesson. You're in your 60s or your 70s. Like, man, you suck. Like, just leave. Go play golf. Right? Like, these are lessons you want to learn in your 20s. And it's easy for me to say because I learned those in my 20s. But like, seriously though, like, the sooner you learn these lessons, I mean, fuck. I mean, I can't begin to tell you how much money I have made because of the stupid decisions I made in my 20s, right? How much money I've made since then, right? Like, it's like uncanny, but none of that would be possible if it wasn't for those experiences early on.
If you're actually in the market and practicing these things that we talk about on here every day, you'll eventually find technical analysis. It'll eventually find its way into your process. It's just, how stubborn do you want to be? How long does that need to take?
Yeah.
I also think, JC, there's going to be a great generation of new traders who come out of this, people younger than me even, I'm jealous, who come out of this meme stock mania, 2020, 21 weird pandemic period where you had teenagers sitting home playing around on Robinhood. I think some absolute killer traders will come out of that.
Yeah,
frankly,
that's probably right.
Experiment.
Yeah.
There's going to be people who came out, JC, who are 18, 19 years old, got into it, got the bug, blew up at a young age, got obsessed with it, and went and learned, did the right thing, came back. Like, I think that's happening right now.
Yeah, that's probably right. Yeah, that's spot on. I hadn't thought of it like that, but you're right. That's true. Let's go to Kenny. We got Louis today. We got to talk about the Worldcoin. Went to the Orb yesterday.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
I know. We'll
save it for Louis.
We'll talk about we'll save it for Louis. Let's bring in Kenny. Let's do it.
It's been a long time coming. They ain't come from my club, they tug it. Putting
this one, it's a banger. I'm shaking.
I love how Strazza always comes back for the dance parties.
I love it.
Dude, that is some outfit you got on. Damn.
Yeah, I just found this is my trading smock from 99. It was my aunt's coat. She wore this thing in the 80s.
I was going to say, it looks like a lady's coat from the 80s, actually.
It is. She was at the Hammer.
That sounds, see how I know?
What's going on?
Nice. Remember, the NASDAQ went down for a second. Remember how adorable that was? That was something, wasn't it?
Was my epic pick. So me and when I was on the show with Dennis and Joel yesterday, I was like, give it till about 10:38 and we'll be green. And so he posted it, and it was like a countdown for the Qs had already gone green, but he was talking about the S&P, and it hit right at 10:38. It was pretty cool. So we just don't go down. But you know what? Keeping up with that theory, you know what? Why don't we just keep buying stocks that are down? So capital equipment, semiconductors, AMAT. I don't know if you guys have been up early enough, but this streak continues. I don't know if you guys got my charts up yet, but let me show it to you. They up? No? Yes?
We're good. Do it.
There you go.
Show us.
Pretty simple, right? If you came in this morning, and then first thing I did was I hope AMAT was below 161, because yesterday this thing got hammered. I mean, there was nobody buying it. You usually don't see this, but catastrophe, rollover, and just puked and just went sideways, which I was happy about, because this morning I came in hoping it was below these levels, and they were. And you got a little fake out, shake out, and this is where I bought the stock. So faux show, bro, VWAP break on an earnings report. Same trade keeps working. And we sold into this move, and I sold it on the way down, and right now we're flat. And hopefully we do it again, but already got paid.
And then what are you looking at? You're looking towards that 5-day?
Well, right now, you got the 1 day up there. So, I mean, if it really recovers, I'm not too sure it's going to recover. But again, we're just trying to get paid. If it can come back and give us another opportunity, I'm hoping to trade it with options when the market opens up regularly. But, again, pre-market trading is a little bit more difficult because you have to offer the stock out. It had a 75-cent spread, which is most of the trade. So you got to sell it on the way up. So there's going to be a point where you don't have any shares. I was just looking for it to get back to that upper candle high from that spike at 4 o'clock in the morning, and nailed it. So right now, that's basically the trade of the day. And again,
what about the UNH? What about the UNH? We got in this last week, so that's working out nicely. But you are one to fade big moves on a different time horizon than us.
I got to tell you, I'm a little disappointed. I'm on the dance floor with Tepper, about 3 weeks ago. Maybe he could have whispered to me that he's buying some UNH because.
Did he?
No, I didn't get the call. I just sat there eating, doing my disco dancing with them, eating chocolate chip cookies. But he didn't give me the hookup. He didn't give me the inside scoop. But I would look to fade it, but the fade has already happened. Now look, there are some people that think the fade's going to continue. I'm with you. I think this is again, this is a big gap. You got the VWAP break, you got the rollover from the pre-market lows, and now it just hit the pivot point from yesterday. So if it breaks back below this 297.50, I probably will hit it, because you might get down to that 292, which that would be pretty sweet. And speaking of gapped up stocks, Intel was an easy short. Missed this one because I was bullish AMAT. I didn't really want to short the Intel. But again, blatant manipulation by the United States government. This is fantastic, right? So they could buy the stock and say, hey, we're thinking about buying Intel. The stock pops 2 points, and now the government takes its profit. It's genius. That's how to pay off the debt, right? Manipulate.
You think the government's day trading Intel, bro?
It's fantastic. Trump. No, actually, it's probably Trump Jr. The only way he knows how to make money. So he's probably just, pumping and dumping Intel now. Fantastic. Blatant manipulation. I remember 20 years ago, this would be shunned. But I guess that's the norm now. We're just manipulating the market right there out in the open. And
it's a beautiful thing, Kenny. It's a beautiful thing. As long as we're making money from it, I'm good with the manipulation. Right?
I guess I want to go back a little bit where we're offended by this kind of stuff, but whatever.
They're offended about other things. Pretty girls wearing jeans, their heads are exploding. It's wild.
Wait, I'm with that. Hang on a second. I joined the Cindy Sweeney fan club. I had no idea who she was. Next, I got a poster now. So USA. I don't know.
Nobody knew who she was. She's like naked on like her television show nonstop, and the men seem to like it.
no idea who she was until this thing broke. Yeah, so
she's the latest meme. She's like the Kathy Ireland of the day. She's the Pamela Anderson of this generation.
Kathy Ireland. Wow. Now let's talk about posters that you had on your wall. I was a Heather.
100%. I had them both, Pam and Kathy.
See, I was older than you, so I had Heather Thomas from Fall Guy. That was my girl. Carol Alt. What's up, everybody? And I'm old enough to have the Bridget Fonda poster. So yeah, not Bridget Fonda. Bridget Fonda. I like Bridget Fonda too, but yeah, Heather Thomas, Fall Guy, and Heather Locklear. So what else are we gonna do today? I don't know. I mean,
listen, it's Friday. We got some things moving. So far, things seem to be moving in my favor this morning. What else is on the move? You mentioned UNH. You got the AMAT. What else?
I got to look at SBET. They reported earnings. The stock's been in play before that. We already had a faux show, bro, VWAP break. So I'm just going to wait till this noise dissipates. But if this thing's above 23.88, that means it's going green. I'll be all over this one. SBET above 24, probably going to be a buy. You got a couple of weird names that I never heard of that reported earnings. I love the symbol FUFU, foo-foo, but the stock already
great ticker.
Yeah, it's getting hammered. I have no idea what this is, but they reported earnings. Got an eye on it, just in case it faux shows. It's trying to catch a bid right now. What other one was we looking at? So we got AMAT, we got the Intel, the UNH, a couple of pump and dumps, and CoreWeave. Again, the stock is broken. They broke the stock. Broke 120. This thing might be looking at $80, and it might be going to $80 today. This one is giving way. So if it continues to crater and it breaks yesterday's aftermarket lows, you might be looking at an absolute catastrophe here. And if you didn't sell this one yet, $30 stock to 180. This one looks like it's going to roll over and easily. You're looking at like possibly $84. So be careful if you own this one. I would have dumped it already. And Palantir, if you can believe this, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make this announcement. First time in a very long time, I don't own this stock, and I'm actually looking to short it. So,
I got out of all my Palantir also, actually.
Very nice. Yeah, I sold some $95 puts for next year, but I'm not concerned about that. I just think this thing's due to give me, give back 20 points. I'm not going to be crazy about it, but you got some sellers showing up yesterday. You got some sellers showing up this morning. I'm going to look to see if I can get a short off on that. But, again, I am going to be looking at UNH, the Intel, the AMAT. And so far, we got a decent morning. So, again, it is a Friday in the summer. Chances
act accordingly. YOLO responsibly.
Yeah. Chances are you don't want to stay here all day. But, let's get paid and let's get laid. All right, everybody. Have a good weekend.
Oh, okay.
Hey. And Kenny, we'll see you tomorrow, right?
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
Oh man, I was going out to see a band tonight. Oh man, I guess I'll have one less drink. Yeah, tomorrow, 12 o'clock to 2, we'll be getting together with the VIPs of the website. Join in. I'm going to go over we're on an unprecedented streak. We're up to 1,071 of these trades that have worked in a row. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I'll show you the last 40 that have worked in a row. I'll teach you where to buy them, where to sell them, and how the VWAP works. And you'll be amazed, and hopefully we get another 1,071 of them in a row.
The Saturday class is for members of Kenny's room. Use the link in the description if you want to join Kenny's room, or just join and get the class. You can do that too.
Right on.
We do these every few months. All right, Kenny, we'll see you there.
All right, good luck today. Be careful. Stay well.
I don't need luck if I have the VWAP. Okay.
Is that what they say? I don't need luck if I have VWAP?
I don't know. I just made that up.
I don't hate that, though.
Yeah. Okay. Do we have Louis in the house? I think we do. I want to hear about this Worldcoin Orb stuff.
We got a lot to talk about.
We do? All right. Let's bring Louis out and see what he's doing here. Where's my Louis? Where's your bumper? Where is it? There it is.
Got my fingers on the pulse, avocado and toast, leather seats, jet plane, always ready to go.
Lovely to be joining you guys in the morning. How's it going?
Hey,
Blue Dog. How's Saturday so far treating you? Are you Saturday yet?
Saturday morning. It's great, I'm ready to go to the zoo tomorrow. I'm loving life over here.
Going to the zoo? They got zoos in New Zealand?
Yeah, we got a fantastic zoo here in Auckland, and went to the planetarium yesterday for my birthday, and that was fantastic.
Happy birthday, Lou.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Louie. Shit, wait, what? You didn't tell us it was your birthday.
Yet? How old are you?
I'm the ripe age of 24. I'm still on the young side of the 20s, right? Once I get beyond 25, then it'll start getting a little bit scary.
Damn.
Yeah, but you're in the middle third, so you're in your mid-20s already.
Yeah.
Dude, in America, you'd still be on your parents' car insurance. Wow.
Silly,
All right.
silly.
Happy birthday, Louis.
Strazza chiming in. I actually really do love the zoo. Who doesn't love the zoo? We got some great zoos. Cape May Zoo. Shout out to the Cape May Zoo.
Zoo's not my favorite place. But
it's really not? When was the last time you went to the Cape May Zoo?
Never.
Well, maybe you should go. They got 2 cheetahs. They got 2 bears. They got a toucan. They got kangaroos. Louis knows about those guys.
I think it really. I mean, JC, different country, but righto. I think it depends on the zoo, right? You get some zoos which are just like concrete prisons for these animals, and it's just like get me the fuck out of here. But then
no. You gotta let the peacocks wander. They got peacocks in New Zealand or what?
We do have peacocks in New Zealand.
Nice,
JC.
dude.
Yeah.
New Zealand peacocks. Ain't that some shit? All right, Louis, you are. I was with Perlman yesterday at the Paramus Mall. Is that the name of the mall I was at?
Garden State Plaza, I think.
Garden State Plaza. I was there yesterday in the lovely state of New Jersey. Underrated state of New Jersey. Okay. I'll say that again. Lovely driving through the west side of New Jersey yesterday. It is so nice, dude. Like the west part of New Jersey is like so.
Yeah, it's because nobody lives there, JC. Nobody lives in the western half.
No, that's not true. Okay. It was so nice. Anyway, so Perlman, so we're there visiting the Orb. It was at a store. It was at it's called Razer, which is like a fancy computer store for like gamers. They got some really interesting, really cool stuff actually. So we walk in there.
Wow, look at that.
So that's the Orb. So Perlman's like, so what do you know about this Worldcoin? I'm like, I don't know anything, but Louis actually printed out the 170-page white paper and read the whole thing. And Perlman's like giving me this face like, really? I'm like, yep. So there it is. It's just like this ball. And then you look into it, right? Like you bring your phone and then it's like, you can either click find an orb near me or I am with an orb, right? So you click I am with an orb. And then you just look into the things. You know what it's like? It's like clear. Like when do they have clear in New Zealand, Louis?
What's clear?
So clear is like it helps you skip the lines at the airports. I think it's a public stock now, actually.
I mean, to be fair, JC, there's probably like 2 people in our airport lines. It's a small country here.
Oh, I like that. So you look into the thing, and then it goes doot 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 doot, and then if you go to you can see what the app. I took a couple of screenshots there. So it says verifying my humanity there, as you can see. So there's a screenshot on the left. So it's verifying my humanity. It takes like 30 seconds, and then on the right, you can see what it looks like. You unlocked Worldcoin to claim. So I made $54 worth of Worldcoin I got yesterday. And then, then you could just learn more about the Worldcoin. I just kept like clicking on things and just gives you more information, about Worldcoin, which I thought was interesting. So 81% of the tokens remain, I suppose. Tokens left, there's 8 billion more tokens. Something like that.
That is a scary sentence. As verifying your humanity.
Yeah.
On an app. That's a scary sentence to read right there.
Yeah. So it's verifying my humanity. We had some issues because the video game store, as you can see, has like these green lights in the back, and it was kind of like screwing up like the thing. So we had to like get the iPhone and put the the light up so like the could focus on our face, and then we got it done because we had a couple of it's not reading it right issues. So it took a couple extra minutes, but no big deal. We got it done. And now I
know that Phil was on the fence with this. Phil was on the fence with wanting to get his Retina scanned. Did you convince him to get it?
Here, go show the picture. You can see Perlman was there. He refused to do it. He says it was. What did he call it? He said it was like too much like Minority Report. He says the people
he's got a point there.
Idiot and stuff.
So after 2 long years, I'm glad to announce, because people were emailing in asking questions, right, Louis, about JC. This man's not human. He is some sort of new freak species. Yeah. Is he an alien? And finally, we said, for liability purposes, we keep telling people he's a human. We have to confirm this. Yeah. So we sent him to the Orb shop, and now we can say with 100% crypto certainty that JC is a real human.
And the verification of my humanity is on the blockchain chain.
Yep. So set in stone now.
Yeah, you know,
there we go.
also...
Everyone should be very, very happy to know that we're actually talking to real humans right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
in case anybody was wondering, you could actually go to the blockchain chain and you can see that I am, in fact, a human. Strazza and Louis, we're not sure yet. Spencer, I'm definitely not sure. But me, I'm a human.
Maybe that's why Phil didn't get his scanned, you know? Maybe he's just not human.
I want to give a shout out to Tom Lydon, by the way, founder of ETF Trends, friend of ours. We got to have him on the show, talk about ETFs. Had dinner with him last night.
Nice.
Steaks in true Perlman fashion, as one can imagine.
Great.
What else would we eat? And so we were just talking about ETFs. Like, this dude is full of knowledge that we don't have. Like, he's good at other things that we're not good at. So we definitely got to have him on the show and talk. So Lydon did it. Drove up to Paramus to get it done. JC drove to Paramus to get it done. Phil was just there to hang out and to make fun of us.
And Phil got dressed up for dinner, or he wore his sandals?
Yeah, Phil doesn't wear shoes, you know. Phil didn't do it, Rachel. He says he's not going to do it. He says
they allowed you
it's
into the
too much like
steakhouse.
Minority Report. So anyway, so now that I did it, I thought that it was a lovely experience. The computer store that it was in was sick, dude. I'm definitely going to order some shit from the computer store. So if they're just using this as a marketing scheme, it's working.
Yeah.
Because it got me for sure. And then, by the way, I asked them, I was like, hey, do a lot of people come and, come visit the Orb and verify their humanity? And he said about 5 a week.
Interesting. I mean, they need to start accelerating that, right? If it's going to be, because these
when they first got it was a lot more were coming in.
Right, gotcha. So wait, so to get this right, you drove 2 or 3 hours just to
an hour and 15 minutes.
Hour and 15 minutes just to get your retina scanned. I respect that.
Well, to be fair, Perlman wanted to get Lydon and I together because just to kind of talk and kind of we just need an excuse to have dinner. I was like, all right, why don't we meet in Paramus and get our retina scanned so we can get it on the old blockchain chain? And then so that's what we did. It was like a field trip.
So we have
we were at a mall. It was wild. Perlman and me were like, yo, malls are weird.
Now, hold on. Real question. A real question for the real human. What does the machine actually do? It takes your fingerprint.
What's like clear? Have you ever seen in the airports clear? Same thing.
I actually have never done that.
But you've seen other people do it.
Yeah, that's doing your eyes. It's scanning your it's a retina scan.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
And the reason why they
I think it's actually the same technology, by the way.
Yeah.
This is above my pay grade, but I'm fairly certain that it's literally the same thing.
That's big future stuff. Yeah, Louis.
Yeah, the reason why they scan your retina as opposed to taking any other biometric data like your fingerprint or like a DNA test is because the retina is quite an easy scan first and foremost, but then secondly, it's very difficult to replicate. So your fingerprints can be, you can cut your fingers, you can sand your fingers, and so it's very difficult to change. But your retina, that doesn't really change. Your iris, your retina, and so it's just a perfect way to verify that you are a human being. And they've done the maths on it. If you scan, did he scan 1 or 2 retinas, JC?
I don't know. I put both eyes in front of it, so probably both.
Yeah. And so if you scan both, the mathematical probability that you're someone else, or there's a false reading there, is like 1 in multiple trillions. And so it's a perfect way to verify who you are as a human being.
So this is a huge technology of the future, and already there are airports around the world where you don't stop and talk to anybody or show an ID. They're just looking at your eyes everywhere you go.
You know what was funny?
And they know who you are and where you are.
As soon as it verifies your humanity, it says, Orb now deleting your data or whatever. And then me and Perlman, right, me and Perlman look at each other. We're like, I'll take the under. Deleting, sure. Deleting my information, I'm sure.
The robots can take your eyes.
By the way, can we just throw it up? Just to give some people some perspective. So what is this?
Yeah.
A $2 billion token?
Okay.
This is 1.9 billion. This is where is it on the rankings list?
You guys buying this thing though?
I mean,
I'm not.
I earned my Worldcoin.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, JC earned his, we need to buy it.
So where does it go, JC? It goes into like a MetaMask wallet after you win your humanity?
It's not, I don't win my humanity, I confirm it. I've been a human. I'm just now confirming it on the blockchain chain.
Does like a little like buzzer go off like beep, beep, and like shoots confetti? You're human.
It's on its own. It's on its own chain, right? It's its own blockchain.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is fancy. You're not fancy enough for this.
Sam Altman.
We were talking about it afterwards, and it makes sense, right? So when this guy Altman, he sees all the, all the stuff that's going on, and all the things that his company is building, and other companies are trying to build as well, and all that stuff. He's like, this is going to be a problem. So let's solve for that problem with this side hustle, and this is the side hustle.
Now,
Sam Altman,
yep. Go ahead, Steve.
he invented altcoins.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they
And
call
so
it.
here's the thesis with this, and here's my view before we move on to what I want to talk about is, there's obviously a lot of artificial intelligence bots out there, and so it's going to become harder to discern who's a real human being on the internet versus who's fake, who's a bot. And so by actually verifying who you are for Retina, you can go onto the Worldcoin network and you can access all of these applications with your proof that you are a real human being. But then the issue with that is because there's a single point of failure here. So JC, if you went to the mall and you went and got your Retina scan, what's to say that that person that's scanning your Retina isn't doing it for fraudulent purposes, to scam people multiple times and to sell that off, or to make some slight adjustments to the actual machine itself? And so there's a single point of failure there. And so the World Foundation, that as one centralized organization, has the power to revoke your proof of being a human being. Now, I'm just going to say that again because that's a crazy statement. A single organization has the power to revoke your proof of being a human being. That's just crazy to me. So that just steered me a little bit away from
Yeah, but it's
being a
maxi. It's decentralized, so people can choose to use it or not. You know what I mean? I like that aspect.
I mean, it isn't decentralized. That's a bit of a misnomer. So it's a little bit iffy for me. I mean,
but they're trying to solve for that, aren't they? Trying to solve for that?
This is
yeah, I mean they are, but
in
its current stage, it's not there yet. So I will say that it's the most sophisticated and the best thought through solution for this growing problem. But in its current state, it's just not really there.
Great question here. One hole asking, what if someone fake scans and misclaims a wallet? They scan your Retina and then you take the phone and you take a picture and then you do it with your phone also. So first you go to the Orb gets your data, then you go to the phone, the phone confirms that, and then it verifies your humanity.
Look, it's surely an inspired big idea, but this is the guy who just brought us AI as we know it. So
I thought it was cool, and then we went and got steaks. I mean, it took 5 minths. It wasn't that big of a deal. We spent more time looking through the stuff at the store than we did, at the Orb in the back.
One thing I really appreciate about you, JC, is that you just get your hands dirty. You don't really care. I mean, you open up these wallets, you play around. You go get your Retina scanned, and you play around with the toys. I respect that.
I do what I can. I'm not good at this stuff. So if I see something I could learn, it's easier for me. I got a T-shirt. I got a free T-shirt. I think we got a sticker. We got a pamphlet. They have pamphlets explaining the Worldcoin. It was a lovely experience. They're like dudes that work at a video game technology store in the mall. So lovely folks, just like nice gamer nerds, like just lovely. Yeah.
All right, let's shift the conversation. Let's stop talking about this shitcoin and talk about real money.
It's $2 billion for shitcoin, just for perspective. It's a small cap stock in TradFi.
What do you got?
I mean, I want to pull up this chart of ETH, and then I want to overlay it with Arbitrum. So let's pull up ETH first. I know we talked about this last week.
Question in the chat for you on the ARB. So good.
Yeah, but look, so you got ETH back to these former highs. I know JC's here going to be saying, that this is a breakout worth buying, but I think anybody who's going to be buying a breakout here is going to be disappointed. And the reason for that is pull up the next chart with Arbitrum overlaid. And this is just one example, Arbitrum. But you're seeing a lot of these large cap cryptocurrencies, these L1, these L2 tokens like Arbitrum, they're breaking out of these bases. So the question I'm asking myself is, do I want to buy a crypto asset that is more than tripled in the space of a few months, now pressing against these former highs? Or do I want to look to play the rotation and buy a lot of these tokens that have been left for dead, that have been in a slumber this entire year and are only now beginning to break out. Because, Steve, what I know is that bull markets, they live and die by rotation. And what we're seeing right now is we're seeing precisely that. We're seeing a lot of these charts, they look like Ethereum before Ethereum had this massive rally. Nobody is paying attention to these tokens. Everybody's eyeballs is now on Ethereum. And so I think that's where your eyes ought to be focused right now.
I love this, Louis, and the environment becomes more and more conducive to this kind of trading as a cycle ages. So basically, as a bull market kind of advances in time, progresses, breadth expands, market internals improve, and the groups that weren't working, the laggards, tend to play catch up to the leaders. And that'll happen more towards the middle, later innings, right, where everything just kind of starts working. So if you pick your spots, right, and you time this kind of theme properly, this is the trade for right now. And I think we're finally seeing evidence, Louis, where I can say, finally, a broader crypto bull market appears to be underway. Like I could look at a chart, equal weight index of altcoins, and I'm seeing a nice reversal in place just now, finally, for the first time this cycle.
Yeah, totally. I mean, pull up the Bitcoin dominance, right? Just like you said, we want to now start seeing a lot of this breadth expansion. And the way where my head is at right now is, sure, you can play these tokens like Arbitrum, a lot of these L1 and L2 tokens. I dropped a big report to our crypto members early this week with a few of the names that I'm really watching that I have the most conviction in behind. We're talking about triples, quadruples, 5x moves to get back to their former highs. I think they do that in the second half of this year. I think that's certainly where we're moving right now. Where I want to begin focusing now is looking at the ecosystems of a lot of these coins, like Arbitrum, like Optimism, like Sui, like Say, and looking at the smaller downstream plays, because then you turn those 4 or 5x moves into 10x, into 15x in the second half of this year. I think that's where the real juice is. Nobody is talking about this because everybody's eyeballs are glued to Ethereum right now.
I pinged Louis, I guess earlier this week now, and I said, you need to have some sort of momentum scan alert system built where you could see these big moves as they're just getting started, right? I'm thinking like initiation readings. And I thought, what you told me was awesome. You're obviously already doing that. Tell everybody what you said to me.
Yeah, sure. I mean, just, again, you want to be looking for...
And what you're finding. Yeah.
Yeah, and so you just want to be looking for that breadth expansion, these bases that are finally forming now. They're finally breaking to the upside. So again, I think you're going to be hard pressed to find any more than a 50% return here in Bitcoin by the end of the cycle. I think Ethereum, I think Ethereum, while I think it's going to be breaking out, I think Ethereum, Solana, and inevitably breaks out to all-time highs. I think right now you need to be playing the rotation game because, again, these bull markets live and die by that.
So would you say, you would say basically the same thing about Ethereum, maybe not now, but soon, right? That your returns there are likely to be muted as well, at least relative to some other altcoins like you're talking about diving into?
Yep, precisely.
Right? Yeah. So I think you could still have like anchor positions to the Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's something you could always have, but that's not where you want to be shopping right now at all. Look for the sketchy stuff. How bullish are we right now on Sui?
On Sui, I mean, relative to a lot of these other tokens, probably less so because it's already back to those former highs. I want to be buying the stuff that is in significant drawdowns, stuff like Arbitrum that is just breaking out of these big bases right now to the upside.
Sui. Yep.
Let's go.
Cardano, little Cardano, seeing some momentum there this week. I know.
Gross, Steve. God, who uses that nowadays?
Little Cardano. Never hurt anybody. And you're wrong about the Ripple, Louis. I love you, but this Ripple hate, I won't stand for it. And what is it? Is that your Worldcoin gear?
Yeah, so this is the world here.
Pitchfork.
This is the world, and this is the American flag, right? So that's the logo.
That's not the American flag.
That's the most like American thing I've ever seen.
No, it's not. That's the least American thing I've ever seen. That's not the American flag. You don't get to remake the American flag, Worldcoin.
Just showing you. Don't shoot the message, and then they give you this little pamphlet to join the world. See,
I don't know about this. You're in some sort of secret
real
society.
human network for the age of AI. No, it's a lovely little pamphlet.
They got
He's
you
going
now.
down the rabbit hole,
Going
Steve.
to underground parties wearing funny masks before you know it. It's probably.
No, I actually didn't go to that. I actually didn't go to that party, and I regret it. The Dick Pub party, is that the one you're talking about?
He didn't go to that party back in the day. He still thinks about it.
It was on Father's Day.
Yeah, it's
like,
okay.
Why would you have that party on Father's Day?
I don't make the rules for the sex parties.
I told them I don't think it was. Maybe. Anyway, I would have liked to go, but I saw pictures. It was, it was some like eyes wide shut kind of shit.
Maybe the next one.
Kind of the point.
Maybe the next one.
That was the top of the dick butt cycle.
Playing with the toys. Just playing with the toys.
But who throws a party like that on Father's Day?
What sort of party are you talking about? Are you talking? This sounds like some sort of Diddy party that you guys are talking about right now.
Dude.
It was like Diddy Buddy, but they were like giant dick butts, like they're dancing, like mascots. It was crazy. It was wild.
Like real life
yeah.
crypto dick butts.
Yeah.
You see, the parties in bull markets are certainly better, but the memes in the bear markets are better. It's a trade-off.
Skip Father's Day to go to a dick butt party in some basement in the village.
What were we were having a real conversation. Mark's right. What altcoins? Oh, Ripple. Listen. If you don't like Ripple, you shouldn't like all these other ones. You're not.
Oh, that's a terrible take, Steve.
No,
That's a
you
terrible
don't get
take.
to decide in a market that's
absolutely
98%
do.
correlated. You don't get to decide these are going to be great, but Ripple, look out, it's going to be terrible. They're all moving together. If I know one thing,
Louis, I don't. This is not okay. Like your hatred towards Ripple, like it's not okay.
God, I can do
have
anything. New
intervention.
Zealand's a free country, and Ripple is. I mean,
Is New Zealand a free country?
I mean,
why don't you tell the stock market there that it's a free country? It looks like shit.
I mean, to be fair, the New Zealand stock market just needs to merge with Australia because we've just got no business having a stock market. It's abysmal. I mean, but this whole Ripple love that you guys have, I don't understand it. I
Why don't you look at the chart? It'll help you understand.
I mean, look, gun to my head, this thing is, this thing's ultimately going to be a zero. That's. And in a few years, I think this one's going to be back towards zero.
not today. Not today, Louis.
Is it MicroStrategy? Isn't
yeah,
that,
it's the same way that I'm
also?
feeling about MicroStrategy, basically.
Yeah, it's all right. Listen, if Ripple's breaking out of this base, I'm going to be all over it. So, in the meantime, let it go to zero, not my problem.
Best luck, JC, and you're going to need it.
All right. You make your own luck, some of us, Got to be in the right position to be lucky. What if Worldcoin gets taken over by Berkshire Hathaway and I got my coin and you don't? Maybe a little luck, You don't think that's going to happen?
Nice little coil in the riot here. I might trade it.
Yeah, Strazza's all junked up on these on the Bitcoin miners. You like these?
Yeah, I love these. I mean, a lot of short interest in a lot of these names.
Iron looks great, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, look, you just got to make hay while the sun's shining, and it's shining right now.
Eat while the eating's good, Strazza. Is that what you say?
Hut looks great too, breaking out right now.
Hut 8.
You gotta eat while the eating's good.
Are you talking about Hut 8?
Yeah, the Hut. Yeah.
Or are you talking about the Hud Bay?
No, Hut.
Yeah, Hut looks great.
I think I'm going to be a little bit contrarian here. I like the look of Mara.
Wow. I have just not done well on this one so many times.
Mara looks such a mess. There's so many nicer ones, dude.
We're back to this. We're back to the anchored VWAP. We had that nice little washout yesterday. And we got this nice candle yesterday, and I think we ultimately move higher.
I don't hate it. Go for it. Do your thing. I'm rooting for you. I couldn't count on one hand how many times I've traded Mara and not made money, but should have made money if I just picked a different fucking vehicle. Seriously,
how you really feel?
Like, they have the MRAL too, and some of these levered long funds, the call options for stocks that can move 30% in a day get very expensive. The levered funds do not, right? So sometimes they're actually better options than the options themselves. which I never thought I would be saying. If you asked me 3 years ago, Strazza, you're going to be out here trading leveraged funds, I would have laughed. But these single stock funds, they're built well, they're very liquid, and they're good options. You have one for Mara. That's my point.
Mm.
I like that Iron. I like that Iron.
Iron
Pretty
is
good.
a hot piece of garbage. It looks fantastic.
That's part of the day right there.
It looks
This
great.
is such a hot.
Iron is a hot piece of garbage, and it looks great.
They kicked me off their Twitter Spaces like a year and a half ago because I was asking questions about freaking the stock comp for the directors who didn't want people to say that out loud on Twitter Spaces.
That's funny.
They censored me.
That's when you know.
Iran.
And so you bought it right then and there.
Louis, what
I've
time
been
is
long
it
ever
over there
since.
in New Zealand? What time is
It's 1:30 in the morning. So
Thanks,
Man.
Louis.
Appreciate you
Appreciate
being
it.
here, my man.
Appreciate it.
all
birthday,
good.
dude.
Always love talking crypto with you guys.
Always a pleasure.
Guys, the link to get Louis' free note is in the description on YouTube. Check it out. He's publishing free content all the freaking time.
He's doing great work.
Yeah.
Has been for a long time. This is the crypto guy.
This is
Yeah,
right.
he's a crypto guy.
He's my crypto guy.
Crypto native? Would he be crypto native? Yeah, right.
Definitely.
Louis has been digging into these markets since he was like 17 years old.
So like last
hard.
year.
Like last year. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Should we
Louis
do some
trades
retest and get out of here?
Dude, was he working for us when he was in high school?
No, but freshman.
Freshman year of college. Wow.
Yeah.
Louis says yes.
That he was in high school? It was.
Well, it's
think
because of that's because of the time difference. He was in college in America, but he was in high school in New
Oh,
Zealand.
okay.
So
Got
that's
it. All right.
that's
Well,
how
then that
works.
counts. We're good.
Yeah. Okay.
High schoolers, DM me.
He says he started reading JC when he was 15. That's crazy.
All right. Let's do some recess and get out
All
of
right,
here.
let's go.
AJ. I hope high schoolers don't DM you, Steve.
I don't
Dude, don't sleep on these high schoolers. One of our clients, I met him in Toronto. This kid might be like 13, 14 years old. This kid is brilliant. I want to hire him now. This Indian kid, I'm like, listen,
Smart
kid,
kids.
you just keep doing what you're doing. You know, you're gonna be all right. This kid was smart as hell, man. Hopefully we meet him in Toronto. Invite this kid to the accelerator. I want to hear what he has to
I
say.
don't know who you're talking about.
Yeah, we'll
You
talk
want these-
offline. Yeah, you do. You know who he
You
is.
want these smart kids on your side, guys. They're gonna
100%,
be
100%.
smarter than us one day, and to
Secret
think
weapons.
that they're not is
Yeah.
ignorant.
For sure. 100%. You want people older than you and you want people younger than you.
A freaking squad of them.
You want to diversify the ages around you.
Yeah, and skill
Like
set.
Steve technically is younger than me, but he's definitely a much older man than me. You know,
More
like for
wisdom.
example,
Wiser.
wiser. You know,
All right, what's your recess?
You just want to be old.
We
all
got-
right, so I'm going to
we
the
got
city this
thing with the-
weekend. Going to the city this weekend with the family,
Oh.
taking the kids.
Nice.
We're spending a couple of nights there. You know, usually we'll just go and come back, but you know, we'll wake up in the city. You know, do the Central Park, you know, go
Yeah,
see the
nice.
dinosaurs at the museum, you know, do all that stuff. So, you know, city weekend with the kids and the fam.
Nice.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah,
Have
actually-
you ever done that before? That's cool. Waking up in the city.
We
like
haven't. I've never slept in the city with the kids. We'll just
Nice.
go and come back. I slept in the city with my wife, obviously, but not with the kids. So this is actually the first time we do that.
When we did our event in New York last year, that was my first time staying in a hotel. I guess no, that was my second time staying in a hotel in New York. Because don't do it. Because
It's nice, right? Isn't it nice to get up in the morning before it's crazy town?
Yeah.
It's
And
dead.
then-
It's August in Manhattan. It's kind of dead already. So it's good.
And I was just going to
Good
say
time.
too, on the weekends in certain parts of Manhattan, they're far more enjoyable than during the week.
Listen, I was never one of these guys in the summers that would just dip out to go to the shore, dip out to go to the Hamptons every weekend. I would stay. Like, you know, some weekends I would go out, but like I was there for the summer. I loved New York City in the summer. Loved
Dude,
it.
downtown is a ghost town. There is nobody there. Yeah.
I'm not even saying that. You could go there on a
Big
weekend.
fan of New York
Fine.
City in the summer.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
the best time in New York City to live in Manhattan in particular is September and October because everybody's back. So it's crazy. But you don't want to be going in and out of New York City. As long as you're there, you're good. And then the next time I'm bringing the kids to the city is going to be in December. for like rockets and trees and shit. That's going to be a nightmare. So I'm going to enjoy my nice quiet time in the city now in August.
No, that's great. Are you just doing like the park, or are you doing like Times Square and crazy things too?
I mean, I'd rather not take my kids to Times Square. Have you been to Times Square? You know, we'll probably do like some Rockefeller, you know, we'll do Central Park. Central Park is like an all-day thing because there's so much. You go to the zoo, right? They got a zoo there. They got a kids zoo. They got a regular zoo. They got the boathouse. They got Strawberry Fields, you know, smells a little funny in Strawberry Fields. You got the, you know, see the Dakota.
That it does.
Yeah, plenty to do.
That it does. All right, that's great for you. My weekend. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Steve.
No, I used to work at 30 Rock. Go get yourself some banana bread pudding from Magnolia's Bakery.
Oh, you know, I really like Magnolia's. I used to go back in the day when it was down in the West Village, and then they opened a couple in Midtown. You know what I really like there is the Del Frisco's Grill. They have these cheesesteak spring rolls.
Right there.
Ooh,
I've never eaten
a little dipping sauce and the cheesesteak spring rolls. Woo, they are good.
So now also at the new LaGuardia Airport, they have a Magnolia there, and you could buy the banana bread pudding frozen. So it's good. Like, it stays on the flight. You could bring it home. So now there's two hacks if you're a New York City to Miami person, when you're leaving New York and going back to Miami at LaGuardia, you can get the Magnolias and bring it home. And when you're going from Miami and heading back to LaGuardia or JFK, you can buy the Versailles and bring some croquetas and some pastelitos.
That's right. That's right.
Airport.
Man, there's nothing good like a good pastelito de guayaba. Whew.
Yeah. You just don't want to sit next to me on the plane while I'm eating those things.
This all sounds great. My weekend plans, I've got guys that are just arrived at my house. They're coming to fix some water damage. So my weekend plans involve fixing water damage in my house and destroying my kitchen or what's left of it.
How's that ass wiping going so far there, Spencer?
He's got his hands full.
The baby, I hope. No, you know,
I hope so too.
Yeah, no, you know, it's good. You know, definitely a volatile pooping schedule. No consistency, no consistent frequency. Nothing is the same in this house day to day. Everything is different. It's quite frustrating.
Yeah, get used to it, buddy.
No, there is no such thing as a routine.
Yeah,
I just when you think you have one, nope, you don't. You know. It's quite annoying. This show is my only routine, really, is this show. So I'm clinging to it. I cling. All right. Steve,
Spencer's
what do you got?
Going to be doing some man things today, working with his shop vac, getting the water out of his house.
Yeah.
Rooting for you. Yeah. I don't have a recess. Going to have a quiet weekend. Going to play a little tennis.
Little tennis.
Yeah.
Nice.
Maybe take a ride back to Key West for a day. We'll see.
All right. What do we got today?
Going by Miami, go to the Orb.
Probably will be kind of by
Miami.
All right.
You should go. It's at a Venezuelan bakery. Yo, is Fonz in the back?
That's the green? So that is the most Miami thing ever.
It is the most Miami thing ever. Yo, that if you the Orb in Miami, there's a few of them. One of them is in the Caracas Bakery in Coral Gables, and there's literally a Venezuelan bakery, and they got an Orb in there. That must be so
good.
Like in the back of a computer store in a mall makes more sense than in the back of a bakery, a Venezuelan bakery in Coral Gables. Didn't see that.
Yeah, but in Miami, I mean, that's fine, right?
That's a very Miami thing.
They got the Bitcoin ATMs at these little delis and stuff in South Beach.
Yeah. You gotta get your Retina scan, get your pastelito and your cafecito, and you'll be good to go.
All right,
great.
Let's get out of here,
guys.
All right, go make some money. Enjoy your weekend.
Go responsibly.
That too.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it